Hey there, my friends. It's another Money Shift Monday. Welcome. Hey, if you regularly feel frustrated when it comes to money, if you've been doing everything you know to do and have been taught to do to get to that elusive place of enough money or even abundance of money, and it hasn't worked, this episode is really going to mess with you. Okay. But it's going to mess with you in a good way. It's going to mess with you in a way that can start to shift the way you think about money and the way you relate with money, that will open you more to the possibility of flow and ease and abundance around money as well. So, some quick backstory as people are hopping on. I offer these live broadcasts each Monday because I firmly believe that the way we do money in our world isn't working. It's not working individually, and it's definitely not working collectively. These weekly broadcasts are just one of my ways of speaking to this problem and the unrecognized, unaddressed causes for it. I want to offer you a shift in the way you think about money, as well as the way you engage with money, so that you and other people and our world and this planet can flourish in the way we're designed to. And in service of that, buckle your seatbelts because today's episode is going to be a doozy. We are talking shake you up, head tilt, turn you up upside down, and have you think differently than probably you've ever thought before, unless, of course, you've been in my world for a while. So here's the deal. The reason the way we do money doesn't work in our world, it's creating hardship and scarcity and income inequality, and we're destroying our planet and all that sort of stuff, is because there's this unrecognized, unaddressed archetype of scarcity that drives almost all that we do. It's a lot like the operating system on your computer. It runs in the background, but everything we do on our computers runs on top of it. That's the way this archetype of scarcity works. And inside of this archetype of scarcity, abundance is thought of as the opposite of scarcity. Scarcity is like not enough money. Guess what? Abundance is enough or plenty or lots of money. That's how it works. The archetype of scarcity is an either or, like dualistic, oppositional, one or the other world. And in it, abundance is thought to be something separate from us. It's oftentimes measured by external results like money. It's a goal to achieve. It's a place to get to. That's especially true of right now. You're experiencing not enough around money. But this idea of abundance as something separate from us actually winds up perpetuating our experience of scarcity and the fear and the guilt and the frustration, maybe even shame, that often go with it. That's what we're going to begin to shift today. Actually, shake up might be a better word. Let's go experiential first. So, if you're here live, please join with me. If you're catching the recording, please take the time to just join me in this experience here. I just invite you to sit back and just take a few long, slow, deep breaths. Just consciously inhale the oxygen that's giving you life. And then exhale carbon dioxide that doesn't support you, but does support the plants and trees. And then again, inhale the oxygen that gives you life. And just notice that as you become more conscious of this inhaling and exhaling, you are experiencing flow. You are participating in an ongoing flow of life-giving resources. Oxygen for you, carbon dioxide for plants and trees, oxygen for you, and so forth. Now, this may be the first shift for you today. This exact same experience, including how it may be starting to have you feel more relaxed and open, peaceful, calm, It's possible. It's available for you to have with money as well. But before you do that, you got to make a really huge mental shift in how you think about money. And this is what it is. You can no longer call it my money. Yep. Those numbers in your bank account, not yours. The cash in your billfold, not yours. Now, of course, you also have to stop calling it my money. You also cannot call it somebody else's money. Oh, that's their money, or that's your money. Okay? The moment you start to call it my money, fear's going to come in because it's like, I got to protect it. I got to hold on to it. Somebody may try and take it from me. And the moment you call it their money or your money, you might be, well, I don't want to take it from them. You're creating this disconnection. And it breeds all sorts of scarcity patterns because now we're afraid to lose what's mine. We have to protect what's mine. We have to assure what's mine. We don't want to take from others. I don't want to be greedy. I don't want to be selfish. And this is all because we think of money as mine or yours. We think of it as a possession instead of a resource that's available to us. Now, if you don't believe me that whole thinking of it as my money and your money and all this creating separation and fear and protection and blocks and all of that isn't true, notice that we never think that way about oxygen. Never go, this is my oxygen, stay away. You can't breathe this space. This space right here is my oxygen. You can't have it. Nor do we think, oh, that's your oxygen. I better not breathe it in because I don't want to take it from you. Never, ever think of oxygen as something that's ours. That's something that we possess, an individual possession. We never think of it that way. It's just oxygen. It's the oxygen we breathe. It's the carbon dioxide we release that the plants breathe. It's the oxygen we believe. We never, ever try and separate it into a possession or an object, mine and yours. It's just, if anything, it's ours, but it's the oxygen supply. When we start to think of money as mine or yours, creating that separation, an individual possession, we're no longer recognizing that it's a shared, life-giving resource, something we have to, need to, are allowed to utilize and absorb, and we're meant to have flow through us to give life to the world. In the archetype of scarcity, our relationship with money and the things money can buy is one of acquisition more. I want to get to the abundance I want, instead of being focused on utilizing, distributing, an ongoing flow, participating in ongoing flow. The other thing is when we call it my money, at some level, conscious or subconscious, then whatever's going on with our money, we start to identify with it. And that's where some real dangerous stuff can come in. Because if you're not making a lot of money, or if you're in a lot of debt, and you're identified with it's my finances, it's my reality, well, then it's going to start to it's going to be a reflection of you. And we can start to get into really dangerous territory where we're measuring our value and our worth by whatever's happening with our money. That's a topic for another Money Shift Monday broadcast. For now, let me know. Did I shake things up? Is this like, what? There's no such thing. So, how can you start to put this into practice? Here's a couple of things. First of all, just go through life and be aware of this now. And whenever you notice you're talking about my money or your money or their money or separating it, drop the possessive words. Just drop them. Replace it with more connected to the bigger flow. The money I currently have, that's not owning it. That's just, this is what I currently have. Or the money that's available to me. Or the money supply. Or just simply call it money without putting the possessiveness in front of it. And then, because all of this is going back to that underlying operating system that I call the archetype of scarcity, I also invite you to dive in and learn more about how that works, what creates it, what keeps it in place, and what the alternative is that will support you to truly experience abundance. For that, I've already dropped a link into the description of this video. I invite you to go to my website, join my mailing list, just so you can get these series of really short videos that I've created for you. Free, just join my mailing list. You can unsubscribe if you want to, and I hope you won't. But you'll start to see how this archetype of scarcity works. Be prepared for your life to flash in front of you. And I'm going to introduce you to a different operating system, one I call the sacred archetype of abundance, that opens you to participate in an ongoing flow of life-giving resources, just like what we experience every time we breathe. So that's my money shift for you today. Please, as you watch this, drop in your comments, drop in your ahas. Let me know if this was like a definite head tilt. If you have questions or challenges, drop them into the comments in the chat. I promise I will come back and respond to you. Thank you for being here. I will see you back here next week, Monday, same time, same place, where we're going to take this and we're going to go one step further to see what has us go into this mine, yours place. I'll see you then.